Good evening. Welcome to Sharmark. I'm your host, Sharmark. And this evening we have a power couple with us. I think it's interesting. I think I admire that couple because I think the term for me, power couple, when people put their minds together, especially if you're married, you can do so much in life, in business, and everything that you do. Good evening, the Gabriels. How are you?
Hi, good evening, Sharmark. We're doing great.
Thank you so much. I think I was just looking for somebody interesting for the show, and I called you last minute, and you come all decked out. So I really appreciate that, Cindy. But I think we go back a long way. I think as an individual, you've been like when my first business was in the show. Say I think we maybe shared the same landlord. And I admire you as a business person. I think it's almost like you're a go-getter. And I mean, like you've moved from one location to a place and then you've closed one location. I think, I say it as a joke sometimes, but it's almost like you brought photography to the streets with a battery and you could have just get everything right there. And what was the name of the business at this point? Back in the days, I can't remember.
It was Lifetime Memories Photography.
Yes. So now we're not Lifetime Memories anymore. The new business name is?
The Briefcase.
Yes, the Briefcase is very popular. I'm quite impressed with the names. And what are some of the services you carried at the Briefcase?
The Briefcase basically entails a wide variety of services as it relates to paralegal services or just wanting the everyday office needs. We also cover a small aspect of photography, which would be basically passport and visa photos. So we no longer do the private shoots and personal shoots like before. We have photographers who will fill in these areas, but as it relates to the everyday service, you can get a GP. Once you need a GP, you can walk in there. You need a document signed, you can walk in there. You need a passport application done, you need a visa application done, you can walk in there.
Wow.
You need to have a statutory declaration done or legal documents where a GP is required, you can walk in there.
Briefcase really have compartments.
Yes, it is. Actually, when you think of a literal briefcase, it is a similar concept where you can get everything in one place. So you don't have to be running all over the place. Go get a stamp, get the GP, get the form, come back, look for the photographer. No, it saves you a lot of time and energy.
It's almost like you have a one-stop shop.
Definitely, where you get everything in one place.
So that means if I want to do my passport, I can just walk in, and if I'm a very busy person like myself, I'm very busy. And what is the step? You would take care of that for me as a client?
That's exactly what it is. We've gotten to the place where we want to make life easier for our people. Because when you're in the everyday hustle and bustle, there are persons who work Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday are the days a government office is basically functioning. You really do not have the time to go take the long lines. Your boss may not give you time to go get a police record done. You may not get the time to put in your application for a passport, to sit down and do a visa application, to sit down and get some photos done elsewhere. You just walk into the Briefcase and we get it all done for you. You have the photos done right there. The forms are available right there. The JPs are there to witness and complete your application for you. And if you want to go through the process where, you know what, let me take the line on my own, you have this option. But if you really do not have the time and you can't go through the hassle, we take it and do it all for you. When your passport is done, we pick up and drop off for you. So we save you the hassle of going up and down, getting information, and you can get everything done in one place.
And how long does the process take with the Briefcase to get a passport?
It is the same normal time if you were to go after the first process is done, which is to complete your form, have your photos done. After your application is submitted, it goes through the same wait time as to if you were to go take that line at any of the departments, whether it be passport office, citizenship, police record office, business registration, or any other office where you would go, the normal processing time would wait for everybody. So basically,
you're just taking away the stress from the client in terms of
this
the
is
waiting.
Exactly so what it is.
Hire the Briefcase to take care of the documents, and whilst I go and get...
Do your business.
Okay.
Yeah. So you walk in and you just leave it at our table.
I think
and we do everything.
Idea. But how did you come up with this idea? It's different, and you speaking them like... But that is, it's almost like it's all packaged properly. How did you all come up with this idea?
The briefcase was birthed through the needs, seeing the needs and wants of the physically challenged on a daily basis, the persons who have no knowledge and knowing how to go about getting certain things done. But let's go way back to Genesis when we started. And I am very grateful for you as a person, Sharmark. And I can't forget when I started photography, branching from the hotel as a wedding photographer, and I moved to the passion of doing baby photos, and then the studio came into being. When we started Lifetime Memories, it was to capture every moment to last a lifetime. Back in the days when a newborn is at the hospital, you had no memory of that child, so we would go to the hospital, do the photos, and carry on for the first 5 years of the child's life, where we had the baby club. So we were doing photos for that child from birth up to the first 5 years of the child's life. And coming in contact with you after our school days, you said, hey, but Cindy, how about you share the space, and, you know, while you're at my flower shop, then you need a station place where you can get your clients to come to pick up. I don't know if you remember this. And then I was coming into the flower shop and make it that place where customers were coming in until we were able to have the same landlord, and then the studio came into being.
Thank you, Trick, for that shit. So after that, you'll have to write me a little check. You shouldn't refresh my memory.
So then, you know, after, you know, having the studio, as the time progressed, you realize that, hey, technology is improving and there are certain things that you need to change. You move with the times as it comes to business. And there it was. From the studio, we changed location as things happened, things change. And then we moved next to Dr. Freezet's. We were still under the briefcase, Lifetime Memories, sorry. And there it was, you know, I felt, you know, we're basically paying the landlord's loan. And I felt that I wanted a fresh business idea out of the box. And I said, you know what, let me take the business to the streets. And then I decided to go onto the sidewalk in by Voyagers in the boulevard.
But that was a very brave idea.
Oh yes, let me tell you, this one was.
Was it a hassle, like setting up every day with the batteries?
I got the batteries, yes, the vehicle batteries. It was, because it takes a lot of courage to come out of that comfort zone where you're accustomed to the air condition and people are walking in and you have your seat, and you know you need to at least say to yourself, hey, it's coming from the way up back down, but it was a way down to get back up. And it was great courage for us to start Lifetime Memories from a studio to the street and buffing the briefcase.
We'll be right back and we'll get more information from Cindy and her husband, the Gabriels. It's a power couple, I like saying that, yes. Welcome back. The briefcase. The name, I think, is totally, I think when I leave, I need to get a briefcase.
Yes.
I got no suitcase again. I think I need a briefcase.
The briefcase, yes.
I think it's a wonderful business idea. And sometimes as human beings, we just doubt ourselves. And then I sure sometimes you sit back and you reflect and say, oh my God, this is a beautiful idea. And then now you have your husband, both of you. I mean, I got power because you have two JPs. And I think you'll complement each other very well, you know, and I think this is a good thing for the business. So let's go more details about being by Voyagers as a photographer.
As a photographer on the roadside, the demand for passport and visa photos have always been there, because we always need these photos for many different documents. And as anything else, seated at this location, you had all of the other JPs in this very same location. So you find that it started ringing me, hey, but people always need photos. People always need the forms. People always need the JP. And, you know, praying, Sharmark, God gave me this idea. You need to have a business where you can get everything in one place. And I started praying and trusting God for certain things, which was to have the business, one, get a location, two, and to become a justice of the peace while I was learning from the other GPs that were around. And this, God answers prayers. He have brought us a long way.
Yes.
When I saw the needs and the demands that persons were making on a daily basis at the roadside, which would have been the physically challenged people, the elderly, my heart really went out to these people. And I said, you know what? I need to create a business where I can assist these people and do business without any problems and just the ease of doing it every day, hassle free. And this is what birthed the Briefcase, where you can go to this one office and you can get everything in one place. And if you can't go to do it, we do it for you.
So where is the Briefcase located in Castries?
We're located on High Street, opposite the Electoral Department. Most persons would know the street with Dr. Freezers, or they would say the ID card office. We're right across the road. We're not a big structure. It's one of the small
You're not a big structure, but definitely a powerful structure.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
So do you have any other branches anywhere in the island?
We do not have a station location or an office in other locations on island. However, we have the availability of the space in Viewfort.
A friend recommended me to this passport application place just for renewal, and I was over the moon to find out we had a place in Viewfort. Actually, I had gone through a service in Castries which I wasn't too pleased with, so when I found out about this place, I came. The lady was so nice, the gentleman was so nice. I'm happy I came. I've recommended these people to other people. I got my passport, I didn't have to wait, and I'm overjoyed. So thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Whatever we're offering up in Castries, we realize that the demand and the need is needed everywhere in St. Lucia.
Yeah.
And the services that we offer is not just the passports. Persons need their birth certificates. They do not have access to that. Persons need to register a small business. They do not have access to that. Persons need to do a visa application. They do not have access to that. Yes, persons need an authorization letter.
Authorization letter, can you give me more details?
Sure. If for instance, if someone need to have a connection for water or electricity to be done, and the owner of the property is not able to go to the company with them, there it is, they're given permission to the individual occupying the spot to let them know that, hey, I am giving Tom permission to use my property, so I'm basically authorizing a connection.
That's where the GP has to sign it.
The GP would basically be witnessing that statement that you are making and signing to say that it is true what you are saying, and I'm bearing witness that the signature on there is actually yours. So it is not an illegal document that is being presented to the company or anything fraudulent.
Is it a situation, I always wanted to ask that question to a GP, is it a situation where somebody coming for a document and the document looks fraudulent or something is wrong, you as the GP can tell them they need to fix it?
Yes,
because I used to think the GP is just signing because they want my $5 or my $10.
No.
It is something you have to go through the document.
No. As a GP, I mean, the responsibility that a GP carries is great. And there are some things that we can't discuss on the show, but as it relates to witnessing documents, as a GP, you're supposed to vet that document. You need to look at original documents as well. And if you cannot bear the original versus the copy you bring in, how can I say it is a true copy or it is witnessing that which you're bringing? You know,
so I wanted to know how much detail does the GP have to do? I thought it was just about sitting there and just taking, because I'm thinking, to me it's supposed to, it's the justice of the peace, so it's almost like you're representing the government, you're representing the judge, you're representing St. Lucia.
Yes, you are.
So I'm thinking that there's more to it, and
Yes,
you just
there
explained
is.
it to
There
it.
is.
Yeah, because growing up I was always saying you have to go to the GP, and I thought it was just to get that document signed, but I was like, how do they know if that's my birth certificate? What do you do to verify
That this
the
is-
information that's on the document, and you put in your signature on?
Right.
Yes.
Because you have to verify the information. For example, people come with a passport form and they would say I've completed the form, but before I sign this application, I have to verify the information that is on this form to say that you are actually bearing true witness. I am bearing true witness to what is on that form. It is true. You actually signed in my presence. The ID card that you've presented, there's nothing fraudulent about it. The birth certificate is from the right department. So when you affix your signature on that form as the JP, you are held accountable partially for that information that is on that form. So you're saying that, yes, Sharmark signed this form. Yes, Sharmark, these are Sharmark's photos, and there is nothing fraudulent or untrue about what Sharmark have presented to me. You understand?
Definitely.
So you have, being a JP holds great responsibility, because we also assist the police, we assist the states, we do a lot. But as a business profile, where it comes to the service that we offer, we're not just here saying that, hey, we offer the service of a JP. Without the JPs, we can still function normally. You have the forms available. You have so many other services that people walk into our office for on a daily basis. You want to sell a vehicle, you need an agreement between you and the other person, a sale agreement. So you want somebody to witness. There are persons who cannot read and write. They want you to explain to them what you presenting to them, because there is so much fraud happening. There is so many dishonest people, so we really want persons to know at the ending of the day, it's not just passports that we do. We offer a wide range of services, and we are basically sometimes overwhelmed with work, but we love serving people, and we have a passion for what we do on a daily basis.
I'm sure you heard it from Cindy. It's not just passport that we do. Our whole service. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thank you for choosing the Sharmark Show. The man of the hour, Mr. Gabriel. I realize I need a man to look at me the way you're looking at your wife there. You admiring her. It's like what she's speaking at it. I'm just enjoying that. Mr. Gabriel, what is your position in the business in case your wife is out? Let's say she's at the passport office or she's in town, she's in Beaufort. Can you carry on the mantle in the business? Do you all do the same things?
Oh yes, we do basically the same things. I'm a justice of the peace as well.
Oh, nice.
So when she's out, basically I run the business alone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
But how does it feel to, as a female, to have your husband? Because most times, for some people, they say a married couple cannot run a business together. And I admire you all. I mean, like, Sandusha, did the wedding, yeah. I did the hot wedding. Well, congratulations. I mean, like, most times when you do a wedding, you see the people living in unity and stuff like that, and then they put in God first in it. I think it's very important. But how does it feel to have your husband resign from his job as a manager on the previous job, and then for you all to be working together? How does it feel? What did it add to the briefcase?
It added great value, support,
Amen.
strength, and vision for the briefcase. Because when Mr. Gabriel resigned from his job, it was a lot of prayer and decision making, because you're accustomed to this setting where he was a manager, and then he has to come to do something that he's not accustomed to doing. But customer service is one that he's already into, because he was a sales manager at Europa then.
You might find us advertising. Take a video. Just being funny, But wait a quick, before I lose my trail of thought, do you get tired saying "Nomsa pay me Monday to Sunday"?
Not
Do
at
you
all,
at all?
no.
You know, some people might be viewing and they might say, "I
Not
wouldn't
at
want my
all.
husband to work with you."
No,
You get joy in you all going home together. You come into work together.
You know, the funny thing about it is 8 to 4, we're at work. And there is a thin line between work and the marriage. However, there is no line between the marriage and work, if you get me. When we're at work, someone would walk into this business place and they would never know we are husband and wife.
So you all have your working cap, and is the level of professionalism.
We respect each other in that
That's good.
aspect. Yes.
That's good.
So when we're at work, sometimes it slips. We go by our pet names when it comes to, but
Yeah.
we've grown and matured to understand
So you say
our
Mr.
position.
Gabriel, Mrs. Gabriel,
That's-
very professional.
Yes,
That's good.
yes.
And again, with the
Most
name of the
times.
business and the nature of the business, the level of professionalism is very important.
Yes, it is. It
Yeah.
is. Because you find that the service that we offer, it is such of a serious nature that you don't want persons to walk in there feeling that I wonder if I could trust these people with my personal documents.
That was actually my next question.
Yes, 'cause
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
People do
Yes.
come in and they said, boy, we've had so many mishaps with other people and we've heard so many things about other people. Can you all be trusted?
Can you? But it's a good question. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
how you answer the question, because the question needs to be answered.
Yeah.
So you have to be very confident and then put your credentials out there and tell them who the Gabriels are.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
Yeah. I like that. I think, so what would you tell anybody who's looking at the show now about the briefcase that they did not know?
What they may not know, I would say that persons may have their perception of the briefcase as just a place where you can go to do passports besides the St. Lucia Immigration Department. We are an independent firm, one. We are private firm. We are not affiliated to government. We are self-employed individuals with a small business serving a big country.
And St. Lucians.
Yes, yes. And it's not a case where persons can just walk in and demand. Persons walk in, everyone's application or concern is a concern to us.
So there's no preference at the briefcase. That's
No,
good.
no. We serve persons, I mean, near and wide, all over. I mean, we have all persons from all walks of life walking into the briefcase and all over the world that we serve when it comes to the services that we offer. So basically, we would let persons know that the briefcase is a place where you can get everything in one place as it relates to documents, JP photography, your passports, business registration, you need advice on something. And most times when persons walk into the briefcase and we do not have all of the information that can assist them in a situation, we reach out to certain departments, we make the calls, we assist you, and we don't charge because we are here to serve.
I like that.
We are here to serve, we are here to assist. When we go down to Viewfort, and we really want to thank the people in the South. When we go down to Viewfort, the persons in the South, the applicants, the customers from the South, these people embrace us because they never had that service being offered to them in the South. Imagine there are persons who are in the 70s and 80s who never had a St. Lucian passport.
Wow.
There are persons who don't even have a birth certificate in the South.
And because it was so difficult, they just figure kite sabat mize.
That's right.
They
It's
don't
a
make it
tedious
easy.
process for them because they do not know what to do and how to go about to do it. So we are here basically to assist you.
And give information.
Information, that
And I
is
think
right.
information with that level of business, the customer service would help you to understand it's not just a passport, it's not just a birth certificate.
No.
So you would take them through the guidelines to make sure that they understand.
Yes. And even if you don't use the full-fledged service with us and you just need to ask us a question, we are here to assist.
So if somebody needs, are you on Facebook, Instagram?
Yes, we do. We have our Facebook page and also Instagram, which you would see on the screen as well.
What name?
It's the Briefcase 758, and it's the same. It's the Instagram and Facebook page. Both of
Nice.
them would have the
And
same
what is
name.
the business number in case? I mean, I know people are viewing right now,
Yes.
and they would want to call the briefcase. So every phone call you get, a little $5 goes to the
That's fine.
Sharmark
We'll
show.
give you
Jesus, I did my lawyer.
lawyer.
But yes, somebody write that down. No, but seriously,
Yes.
what contact number can they call? Do you have a business number?
Yes,
Yes,
the
we-
numbers are 718-8624 or 713-7503.
Oh, nice, I like that. Sanisha, you heard it here on the Sharmark show. You know, we always bring the interesting topics, and it was the briefcase. And I would like to say thank you so much, the Gabriels, for being here. It's wonderful. It was wonderful interviewing you, especially Cindy. I could have listened to you all day. It's almost like you were very passionate about what you were saying.
Yes.
So, in 2 words, if you can encourage any young person out there, I always like that question. What would you tell them to encourage them? Forward.
Perceive. What I would put it, I would say 2 sentences. Put God first in everything that you do.
Amen.
And perseverance.
I like that.
Stay focused.
Thank you so much.
Perseverance.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you very
Ladies,
much.
gentlemen, in your business, I wish you all the best. In the next 5 years, when I drive into my BMW, I want to see you in a glass building, the briefcase. It's shaped like a briefcase. Thank you so much for being here on the Sharmark Show. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Catch you on Sunday. There's a rebroadcast on Sunday.